Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Make sure I'm actually recording. Alright. I'm going to do another spinner fidget, just because. I think I'm going to make one out of this type of plastic stuff, you know, recycled plastic bottle caps and whatnot. Just because. And of course I haven't really given a whole lot of super thought to how I'm going to do it. I'm just kind of winging it because that's what I do so well, or tell myself that's how I do so well. Because if it doesn't work, I mean, what am I out? Piece of tinfoil? I can always remelt the plastic, so I'm not even wasting that really. I'm not going to need anywhere near that much, am I? Yeah, that works. One thing I figured was the base of this is about the right size for what I need. Double check, see, that should be about that size too, right? Well, maybe I'll go with that. That's a little bit bigger. Put that in there. And then I'll fill it up with plastic shavings and pop it in the oven for at what I think I figured out yesterday or yesterday 350 degrees for a while. So anyway, let me figure out what I did with my shavings. I'll fill this up, get it in the oven, and I'll bring y'all back when I have something to show you. Alright folks, we're back. And this is what I've got. Is it going to focus? I hope I'm in the right spot. Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, I didn't open this one. I waited, let it cool down. So let's see what we got. Ooh. Looks like what I've got is not melted enough. I don't know. piece of aluminum foil is caught. Come on out, come on out. There we go. That piece of foil is caught. It seems to have worked to some degree. It needs some cleaning up. I mean, let me get up here so I can look in here again. It needs a little cleaning up. That any better? Maybe not. So, I'll probably get my Dremel out tomorrow because it's like 1:30 in the morning. But I can't even try it. Dang it. I don't like being not able to at least try it. I'm not going to be able to sleep. You got a little bit of this rough stuff. If worst comes to worst, I'll just wrap it back up and put it back in for a little while longer. Maybe raise the heat up a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to because some of these aren't even sticking. So it'll need more oven time. That's okay. Nothing but a saying, right? That's how you learn. Even at my age. I think that's going to be... That should be pretty good. That's pretty cool. So, there we go for now. Tomorrow I'll wrap it back up. Pop it back in to cook for a little while. Won't need a whole lot, I don't think, but we gotta turn it over so the bottom side melts. Since I don't have to worry about loading up over top of the bearing, I don't really have to wrap the bearing this time. Maybe I'll just go out and blast it in a really hot oven for a while. What do you think? Should I go to bed? Well, it's not like I go to bed this time anyway. I go in and I get on Facebook or on YouTube and look what all my subscriptions have done. There's a little piece right there that could be filled in. What I do with my... Ooh! Got me a mosquito. It's what, December 24th? Oh my goodness. Day before Christmas. I still got mosquitoes in the house. I need some little itty bitty pieces. Little bitty pieces. Oh, come on. Not going to cooperate, is it? No cooperation. Okay, I know me. I am so close to having this ready. I have to go put this back in the oven. I have to. It's just, I mean, that's just, it's one of those, well, I mean, if you're watching this because you like the fidgets, then you probably know what it's like to have, you know, you get obsessed with something, or, I don't really know if it's obsessed, but I know I won't sleep if I don't at least give this another shot. So, a few little pieces down in here maybe. Anyway, I'm going to sit here and talk to myself, fill in these little, get some little itty bitty pieces that are scattered around on my work surface here. I get them to go where I want and not stick to my finger. Then I'm going to go pop them back in the oven. So, until I have something more to show you. Well, I got a little busy. Forgot it was in the oven. And that's what I got. Oh, I mean, it's not destroyed. I could probably paint it, right? And I can always just make a new one. See how bad it is. Ooh, it's definitely melted into the tin foil. That's still warm too. Well, now I have a tinfoil wrapped piece of plastic as a fidget. No, that ain't gonna fly. That's gotta come off. Well, I say it's got to. Doesn't mean it does. Not like this anyway. I'll end up having to sand it, I imagine. Might not be bad underneath, but let's see. Yeah, it might clean up. So, I'll try a few things tomorrow. Try a sanding thing in my Dremel. See if I can get it cleaned up a little bit. and I'll bring you all back and let you know. Alrighty, y'all. After some work with my Dremel and a sanding disc and whatnot, I got it pretty well cleaned up. It doesn't look too bad. I might need to take a little bit of wax or whatever. Some of that aluminum foil is like way down. The plastic kind of melted right around it, but it's alright. I think it has just a little splash of sparkle. So I'm okay with it. I'm definitely not going to start it all over again. So anyway, now I need to put on the little pieces that go around on the bearing. That bearing's still a little juicy. Getting oil all over everything. I just use old bearings. In fact, these were, I don't know how old they are. They were out in a box in the tool shed. They could have been 20 years old. They were stiff and kind of rusty, but soak and vinegar, a little bit of brake fluid. They're rolling halfway decent. So now these are snaps I use in my leather working, and I want the part that's got the little male part sticking up there. And I'm going to need some hot glue. So, a little hot glue right there. That'll hold that there. Then I'm going to fill that hole with more hot glue. Whoops. That's hot, yeah. Don't touch the end of the glue gun. There we go. And put this one in with the little nipple thingy facing down. Then I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. Don't need much. It's fairly tight fit. In fact, it's a really tight fit, depending on which way you try to put it on. There we go. And there's the finished product. It's pretty round. It rolls fairly decent. Because it's hard plastic, it doesn't really have a whole lot of traction. So, and of course, with the bearing being old, it doesn't spin. I'm not going out and spending, $8 on some new bearings. I'll wait until somebody gives me a couple decent ones or whatever. I've got my I've put the question out there to people that I know. This skateboard, when you go to replace your bearings, remember me. So if they do, they do. But yeah, there we go. I forget what this plastic's called, but it's the recyclable plastic bottle caps, and I think like coffee cans and stuff like that are made out of the same material, but it's just quick and easy and very cheap. So there we go. So yeah, thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to see what kind of craziness I'm up to. If you would, take another second or so and push that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, because you never know what I'm going to do. Actually, making this one's given me an idea for making another glue gun, or another hot glue spinner. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you all again, and I hope I see you next time. Bye.